been counting down the days to get out. I've been looking for a way from this town. And you're too far away to help me now. So I'm counting down the days to get out. 'Cause I need to learn to forget everything that drags me down. I need to focus everything inside me now. Full speed ahead, far from the end. So I'm full speed ahead. Full speed ahead.
Hello and welcome back to Super Smash Bros. On Wartburg campus. I'm Ethan Lambert.
I'm Harrison Brown.
And we're here for the last NECC match for at least varsity. And possibly next week, if our JV team wins, they may move into playoffs.
Well, they gotta win tonight and maybe Thursday.
Yeah.
Schedule also against UNI, who varsity's playing today.
Oh yeah, we are facing UNI, so it's kind of a city rivalry.
Yeah, we've got the confirmation that we can call it a rivalry. They're like, I mean, they're 20 minutes away, but like we've played against them before. And,
yeah.
And
I've even actually played against them a couple times, or once when I went over there for one of their special, I think it's Wednesday tournaments. Typically they've done it.
Oh, it has a name. What do they call it?
Panthers Den.
Panthers Den tournaments.
It was a really fun experience, and those guys are really good. They got some good talent there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, that's why we get to call them a rival. We get to have a good rival, which feels good. It would feel less good to have a rival if they were not very good.
Yeah.
Know, like Luther. But that's a different thing.
Ooh. I think that's a... Well, looks like Coach is having some technical difficulties, so we're going to have a few minutes of silence to prepare for the match.
Back?
We're back. And looks like we're off with
Zelda and the Little Mac.
Little Mac is absolutely ruining her dress.
Yeah, once again, like, another different alternate skin from Amante and the Little Mac. Last week we had. Oh, I can't even remember which one it was last week.
This one last week as well.
Was it this week? Or
Maybe
last
we
week?
had the yellow one, the mustard color.
I think the mustard color was on Terry. I think it was a yellow Terry. KO punch coming out. I mean, this.
Like what art?
On the name for what?
For,
Hyrule.
Hyrule.
That'll do that. This is a good start, and then able to get more percent while staying alive. It's surprisingly so. Very, very fast. Able to keep up in his Zelda's face, get some percent. Yeah. Able to keep him at a distance, and that's what she kind of wants. Scared to have a Little Mac in your face. He's almost got KO punch ready, and the percent 52 is more than enough. There's the KO punch, and there goes the KO punch. Yeah, just keeping him away from her. I mean, that's how she's got to play. Little Mac is a scary character if they can get onto you. Maybe expecting. Yeah. I feel like I guess I don't know if Little Mac has like a 2-frame thing on ledge. KO punch is up. It's hard to get back on stage. Has to use it. Or gets hit and loses it. I guess I didn't see. That back air will take it.
Got one stock off him, and then Zelda just got him.
Sometimes one stock is all you need from someone. If other players can get more, then they get more. And, you take what you can get.
At least we know who we're up against. And Zelda, honestly, uncommon.
Yeah, like some characters you never see. I guess we don't really probably see very many Diddy Kongs. We don't see very many Terrys. Little Mac is like surprisingly popular for being such a low tier character. He's strong, but just bad recovery makes him hard to play. Yeah. And then, we have a wolf, which is, I don't know, somewhat common. Good character.
Yeah, good all-around character. We have Terry, which is like barely.
Yeah, I guess I don't see a lot of Terrys. We have 2 people, one JV person who kind of plays Terry. Sean kind of plays Terry from time to time. I think he's been playing Pyramithra, which is, a good character, like an objectively good character. But I think it is interesting to see more than one Terry in the same area. And we've played against Terrys. There's been the Terry mirror match. I don't remember. I don't know who won that matchup. I think it was really close whoever won that. It was within one stock. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
And that was.
I mean, counter.
Yeah. I don't really know. I watched a video recently about how like right cloud beats left cloud, so it's like depending on your side, the hitbox on his side special is a little bit different.
Really?
Because he's drawing like a kanji with his sword, and so it has to be the same on both sides. So it depends on what side you're on if it's hitting high or low. So it can be better from one side or the other. So I
That makes sense. I haven't played a lot of it. I guess I never realized that was kanji.
yeah, I don't remember what it's for. Yeah, it's the same every time. Maybe you'll notice it now. It's like a box with the X sort of in it. And it's the same from both sides, and the hitbox is the same. So it's a bit like angled from the side. So
So you gotta determine on which side
Yeah, I don't know which one was better. I don't remember if it was right cloud or left cloud that that wins out, but it's interesting that that's a thing. It's like one of the only characters that has a direction specific hitbox. Usually it's just mirrored, you know. But it's like we're into next. We're there. There we are. Taunts come out. They were both kind of able to stay a bit further away. I mean, it's just hard to get up, especially with the knight there, and then when you do, just trying to stay away. It's difficult. It's just a difficult approach, I suppose. The go meter is there. Starting to get it closer in percent. Geyser does not hit. It gets shielded. Are you okay? I mean, you can. I think that's what he said. Yeah. You know, he's a gentleman. He's making sure that his opponent's all right. At the end of the day, they're all fighting for fun, and Ike fights for his friends. Guess it is a big metal body in the way of the projectile. I guess it makes sense. I've never seen it before though. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know the full list of projectiles, but I know it can. No hero. And block some. You can, the knight stays out quite a while. It's in the wrong direction there. Try to punish it. Couldn't quite get to her. I mean, it's a frustrating thing to play against when you want to get up on them and you're getting zoned off. That was, yeah. Wow. I did not expect that to hit the blast on there. I thought that was going to get DI'd in. That's true, yeah. Both down to one stock now. That's, yeah. She's not the knight in armor. It just stays out there for so long, it's difficult to get the projectiles through. It just wants him to approach, and that's all that can really be done.
Oh, no.
Ooh.
Oh.
It was close. Yep. Zelda taking 6 stocks, losing 2. Yep, there's still got a wolf on deck and a Diddy Kong. Hopefully you and I's not watching to hear me say that and plan for that, but yeah. So I guess we'll see who Wartburg's gonna put in here next. Just need to get the 1 stock off the Zelda and 9 more off the rest of the team.
Yeah. I mean, Zelda's top dog.
Could be, yeah. I'm not certain who all they have on deck, what characters they're playing, but it's always possible to come back and win. Do they have a cloud? Maybe their cloud graduated. Oh, so maybe they're still around. Looks like Wartburg's putting in the wolf. See if we get a music change here. Maybe. If I know anything about this wolf player, I know he likes to change the music between games. is very dramatic music. Last game of the season, you gotta keep. Yeah. MVEC had a bye week this week. So we'll see how the Wolf fares into the Zelda. Zelda still has to. Comes out the Let's Smash Bro from Rick. Classic shield dance. Having a little bit of fun here, it seems. You gotta respect that. For fun players, even in a competitive environment, they can have fun. Same gameplay in this game, you know. Zelda just wants to try to stay away in zone with that knight, and is able to do it a lot of the times on these characters that kind of need to be approaching. You know, Wolf's projectile is probably also getting stopped. Hard to. Zelda is able to parry that down air and get the up special. Yeah. 148 to 40 is not an ideal start, but it's only one stock from Zelda, able to parry that projectile as well. It's Zelda's forcing Wartburg to play at her pace and waiting for them to approach and punishing it if they don't approach correctly. I mean, that's how you gotta play it. It's interesting to see the knight coming from the right side going left has maybe a bit less armor. I don't know if that's like just the product of it being from the other side and it has the visual clarity. Maybe. I wonder if there's anything, because she used it twice there and is missing some armor. I wonder if it's a scaling thing. She's not holding it the same amount of time, so it's building less, so it's a different attack. Yeah, no, that makes sense. That makes more sense than able to get back to ledge. Yeah, I mean, he's playing it well, able to punish mistakes and keep Wartburg away from her, which is exactly how she wants to play, and that's what she's been doing. Able to zone very well for all three matches that they've been a part of so far. Yeah, I guess I wonder how this matchup will go. I mean, I think it's another thing of Diddy Kong needs to get up close. And, I mean, Diddy Kong has a projectile, but Zelda's gonna put down a suit of armor that blocks the projectile. So it'll be, you have to harass. And yeah, and I know Johnny, and I know how he plays, and I know he's good at getting up close. So maybe this is what Wartburg needs. We need an 11 stock or a 10 stock take here. He's done it before, and we still aren't quite sure what UNI has left to show in terms of characters and players, but hopefully we get to see it. Hopefully we get to go into those other characters and see what they've got going. with the success they've had, yeah. Yeah, so I wonder how the matchup will change now that they have a little bit more experience and they've seen how the player plays on their character. But like you said, it's like good defensive counter. I mean, it's hard for the character pool of Wartburg to get close. It looks like we're changing. Always got to change. It's also very dramatic. 10 KOs down there. A lot of stocks taken. It's a good player. Go into it here, see if Wartburg can get that last stock off the Zelda and see what some other players are up to. Wartburg's anchor in. Often anchors. Take those 2 stocks off. I think Nintendo would maybe put something in that made it so you can just start the match with the correct number of stocks, but you know, I don't know how much they personally care about their competitive scene. Yeah, I mean, once again, Zelda forcing Wartburg to play on her time, on when she wants to go in, when she wants to fight, and it's a difficult thing to play against. And the banana is probably also a little bit difficult to hit on top of the peanut because of that getting blocked, you know? I mean, that clips just right through the bottom of there. Can't trip up the knight. Yeah, we've seen a lot of this knight out on the screen. It's just exactly how Zelda wants to play. That's just again there, clips just through the, with the fully charged thing, does a little swipe up at the end and is able to clip right through the platform. When you're at a high percent, getting hit by that is probably not ideal. Wonder if you could consider it to be more than one move based on how much it's built. Because it does a little bit of a different thing. Like if she lets go of it immediately, it just does a little punch in front. That'll take it. That is a lot of stocks for that player to be taking. Yeah, I mean, played the game well, played it how they wanted to play it, and forced Wartburg to play it how they wanted to play it as well. That's exactly what. Yeah, that's a good point, and teams often do that. I mean, they want all their players to play, but they also do want to win, so I suppose we'll see how UNI plays this next one. We don't get to see the names of the players, so I mean, even if there's a different character, it could be the Zelda for all we know, but... Yeah, the name would stay the same, but I would guess that we'll Actually, you know, I feel like it's really a coin toss. Like, if it could be a new player, and or it could just be give them some experience. Yeah. Mhm. Oh, for sure. Yeah. And I mean, it's a good team. They probably have a good chance of going pretty far.
Yeah.
So, I think we'll see here shortly who they're going to send in. We got to change the music first, of course. PS2, you gotta have the right music. You gotta have the right music all the time in order to get in the good headspace.
Now I suppose the question is, who's coming out first? Will we be sending in? I don't know actually. Would we? Oh, maybe Diddy Kong first.
Yeah, I mean, the only person on
Oh,
the side we got
interesting.
Zelda again. The only person on the side of Wartburg to get stocks off of the Zelda was Little Mac.
yeah.
Monte. We'll see how. Looks like we
Oh.
are changing characters.
Maybe it was just a guaranteeing of, hey, we're ready. Maybe.
Maybe. It looks
Oh,
like
yep, we are changing
connecting another
characters.
controller. And I know that a specific player uses a different controller generally, and I think it is Little Mac that uses his own controller. He's probably got to connect it back after
Probably.
leaving the Switch.
So Little Mac, we're hoping probably takes those stocks away. Maybe having learned a bit more. Yep.
Yep, there it
Gremlin's
is.
back.
Little Mac. If he's able to get the 3 off, I know it's.
Oh, he's getting serious. He threw on the black shirt.
I wasn't looking at it. I guess I'll have to wait until the game. But yeah,
Is that the
changing it up.
classic one? I don't. I'm not very familiar with the Punch-Out character.
Oh, I don't know which one's the classic one.
I don't remember. I feel like that is classic, probably.
Or his.
Versus King K. Rool.
Oh, so it is a different matchup. Yeah, it looks like.
This will be interesting. King K. Rool, probably most famous for its annoying counter, I'd say.
Oh,
At
and you
least that's
mentioned
what I've run into a lot.
you mentioned the King K. Rool earlier about talking about.
So this
you
is
and I
one of the
having-
players that I have faced in the past. Granted, I lost all my matches when I went there, but
Still face them. You know, it's probably the same person.
yep.
Maybe a little bit harder for Little Mac to take stocks off of big character like this.
I don't know.
He's racking up the percentage. Still pretty far from KO Punch, but at this point, probably doesn't need it for this stock.
Up, that crowd coming back to hit him from behind. Amante using those counters too fast.
Yeah, both of these players have the counters, but the question is whose is better. KO Punch not being used. It's like we said, it's the
Yeah.
recovery that is difficult, and when you can get
Oh, there we
ledge
go.
guarded,
At
that'll
least
be
one.
enough for it.
1 for 1. And there's that counter.
There's the
from him.
counter, yep. And the counter back, I believe that was the counter. Counter into a counter.
Counter into counter. I'm not sure whose hits harder. I feel like, though, K. Rules covers more area.
With him being a bigger character, might just make sense for it to be.
Oh,
Can't,
no.
Parry.
This is where,
yeah. Cannot parry
unfortunate.
getting pulled into the musket. Is it a musket? What would we call that?
Blunderbuss?
Blunderbuss. That's the counter does work there.
And I believe
roll.
Coach has been working with him on reducing the amount of times he counters. If I remember from last week.
I mean, it's an easy thing to punish if it gets missed. That'll take that stock down to 1-1. 35% is not that much percent for a Little Mac to make up, as we can see right there. Able to not to hit the counter there.
Yeah, he's learned that combo.
And at the
that
KO
timing.
Punch. I'm not certain if KO Punch kills K-Roll at this percent, but it'll do a lot of damage even if it doesn't, and K-Roll knows that and is zoning away. KO
Oh,
Punch is now gone. There's the counter. hat back on. There's another counter, and that'll probably do it.
Yep.
Nope,
Oh!
not quite able to.
Yep,
That will
blunderbuss it down.
probably do it.
Well, he took the shot.
Yeah, I mean, just like we just said, the counter got punished. The
Yeah.
counter whiffs, and he doesn't hit into it, and it's an easy thing to punish. You stay out for so long, and you can't do anything during it. It's hard to recover from if it misses, and Carroll punished it there. But just like last time, able to get 2 stocks off.
I don't know
against-
what move would have been better there, but it certainly was not that counter. Just left him wide open.
Yep, just too close to him at the time for him to. Isn't that the
And we're Terry.
down throw is what plants him in the ground? Just grabs
Yes,
him
I
into
think
the
so.
into the ground, and then he's able to not finish it off of that, but then put him in the boulder
Well,
bus and shoot him
correctly
off
did.
stage.
We got that little crit.
Yep,
scene.
two of the impact frames. I guess I don't know what they're called, but impact frame is like an anime thing. So that's basically what an impact frame is.
Well, I'm actually honestly kind of surprised about our Terry player, because he changes that color so fast on the dime. It's almost like he knows.
He knows exactly where yellow Terry is.
Or maybe yellow Terry is just the next one in the color combos.
Maybe it's just the second one.
Maybe I'm just being mystified for nothing.
Or maybe if that's what he goes with, he probably has it muscle memory. He just clicks the shoulder button 3 times or 2 times or however many times it takes,
Just a quick click.
and he's right to it. Trying to think of what my favorite alternate skin in the game is. I think it's probably black and white Sora looking at the camera, directly into the camera. I just think it's funny when he's staring directly at the camera.
Whenever I play Sora, I like to play, I think he has like a black and red skin from, gosh, what Kingdom Hearts game did I play? It was one of the Xbox One. I want
I
to
don't
say
know which one that is.
4? 3?
Not sure.
It's where, whatever the bad guy's name is, unlocks Kingdom Heart.
Unlocks Kingdom.
Or, like, gets to that, like, should be the last scene of an anime moment.
What genre is Kingdom Hearts? Is it like
It
an
is-
RPG?
It is PG, I believe. Though
It's
it
like
is a
a-
weird one because it also is technically connected to the same universe as Cloud.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, I think I knew that. I feel like I've seen things of Cloud.
Like, I
Kingdom
think
Hearts.
Sephiroth has PTSD of Sora.
Probably. I have PTSD of Sora. Playing against a good Sora is something that is frustrating. I guess playing against a good player of any
Yeah.
character is frustrating, but Sora can be.
Terry just getting...
Hit by the projectiles, he wants to get up close, but has to run up towards K-Roll, and when K-Roll has thrown out the projectiles a lot, it becomes
K-Roll
bit
has a
difficult.
lot of projectiles.
Able to get behind him to not get hit by the crown on its return.
Oh, launched.
Go bar is ready. See the recovery. K-Roll does not. Ledge guard.
It's interesting to see the 2 different projectiles that he brings out. One goes all the way, and then the other one just kind of glances forward.
Up air will take that stock.
Honestly, the cannonball kind of reminds me of the Mario levels with the bullet bills.
Yeah, I haven't played like a 3D or 2D Mario in quite a long time. I started to play Wonder, I think.
I think the last Mario game I played was the one that came out for the Wii.
New Super Mario Brothers Wii.
Yes, I think that was it.
That's a good one.
It was a good one. Never finished it.
Go meter is back up at 80% for K-Roll.
K-Roll punishing over there.
Yeah, able to get him off stage and punish that character. Has a little bit of a harder
Terry's
time
been
getting
able
on
to do
stage.
some damage, but not finish yet.
Got him off stage, can't really
Yeah, you don't want to try.
guard him off stage very well.
Nah, K. Rool is one of those that you probably don't want to try unless you are confident that you can punish him there.
K-Rool in kill percentage for a Terry. A good combo will do it. Has to get close enough and not get put in the blunderbuss. And K-Rool is heavy. Has a good recovery as well.
Has a very good recovery for a heavy character.
At least goes high. It looks like that'll take it.
Uppercutted.
K-Rool recovery is slow, but it gets him up when he needs to get up.
Almost kind of like Snake's recovery.
Yeah. I mean, it's like basically, it's the same concept.
Yeah.
Flying up in a straight line.
Just one is the helicopter, one uses a helicopter.
That
Terry
would be cool.
getting revenge for the way K. Rool took out Lil Mac.
We'll see here if Uni's gonna stick with the Zelda and put them back in after losing one person, or if they're gonna change characters here again.
I don't know. Probably change characters because they got rid of a character and 2 stocks of our Terry with just the K. Rool, so I see no reason for them to throw Zelda up already.
Yeah, that's true. They might just anchor their Zelda and have them try to finish off Wartburg if it gets to that point.
Yeah.
Because we do know that is a good player, and anchors often do go or good players often are the anchor.
Yep. So,
We'll
I
see.
don't remember. I think there was a Cloud, if I remember. Or was I the Cloud that I was playing? Oh.
I feel like I remember hearing about a Cloud at least. I didn't go to these. I'm not like a good Smash player, but
Nor am I, but I went there for fun because I was bored on a Wednesday night.
that's a good point. If you're bored and you want something to do, that's probably a good fun thing to do, especially with people you know and teammates. And
Oh, well, only one there was Coach.
only one there was Coach.
Everybody else went home. It was, I think,
Oh, was it during
it was
a
a break.
Yeah, okay.
Or it was during the summer.
Were you here during the summer?
Not this summer, but last year I
summer.
was working on working off campus.
Changing the music. Is that song 14 seconds long? Oh, it was saying how many songs, the total length. I thought I saw
Yeah,
the song was
length.
14 seconds, but it was 14 minutes total music from that game. Keeping it with dramatic music.
You know what? I'm kind of surprised we have not seen it all this season. Steve.
Yeah, with
You'd
it being
think
legal.
someone would try and take him on.
Well, it's like you wonder, like,
Oh,
It was-
Sonic.
it was banned last season, so people weren't practicing it, so maybe they just are more comfortable on characters that they have been practicing for longer, so they didn't feel like picking up Steve. But Steve is scary, and it's probably a good thing we haven't seen any Steves.
Probably. Though it would be interesting to see him come out into combat. But a Sonic and rocking the purple, so. Terry doing a little
Little dance.
pull up.
Pull up and a dance. Comes out the emotes. Match is on its way.
Both decently fast characters.
It's a bit different this time. I mean, with the K-Roll and the Zelda, it was very much about them zoning and being able to punish on approach. But
Sonic
Sonic,
is just-
gets in and out really fast, so it's a bit of a different. Wartburg does have experience with the Sonic matchup
Oh,
and that spring.
there's that spring.
Able to grab onto the ledge there.
They certainly have probably looked at facing a lot of Sonics since then.
Are you okay? Comes out again. It's a good one to hear. I like hearing that. Go meter is up. Pretty even percent.
I don't know. I think my favorite's the one I hear wrong, which is the wrong way.
I guess I don't know what he's... That one?
Yep.
I don't know what he says there.
Coach said it in the previous match.
Power wave.
I'm forever gonna call it the wrong way.
The wrong way. Oh, I
funny
accidentally
one.
said it at the same time as him there. Sorry to speak over you, Terry.
Hey,
That is
there
a
we
big
go.
stock for Wartburg to be taking. I mean, it's
Oh,
still not over. He
don't-
still could take more.
Don't
Able to get back on the stage a
SD
bit
Terry.
scary.
up.
No kill screen there. No impact frame, whatever it's called. I still don't know. But
I feel
That'll
like it's
take that.
because Sonic just didn't do a very powerful move that sends him flying.
yeah. I don't know all the rules for what triggers it, I suppose.
Animations.
You can get it on. Can you get it on Luigi's spike taunt where he kicks the ground? I wonder. Does 1%.
Does it actually?
Does when he kicks the ground, it spikes and it does 1% if you get by it.
That would be an awful way to go, I feel.
Diddy Kong getting put in. I've played friendlies where that's the only thing we're doing. It's just the taunt that does damage, the 1 damage, and we're trying to. Someone goes off stage, everyone tries to hit him.
Was that on WarioWare?
It probably was on WarioWare. It was that or Luigi's Mansion. Feels right to be on Luigi's Mansion and an all Luigi thing.
Yeah, it makes
Always
sense.
stage hazards on. Wartburg is probably the best team in the nation when it comes to WarioWare friendlies. They probably have the most practice of any NECC team playing on WarioWare with stage hazards and like 8 people.
I was mentioning this earlier, but I feel like it'd be very interesting to see Smash Bros. League where just all rules are on.
Yeah, you could play whatever stage and rule set you want. That would be interesting.
Any stage, hazards are on, items are on,
Items.
ultimates are on.
I wonder how the meta and tier lists would change if that were the case. Like if characters were able to abuse items better than other characters.
That would be interesting.
It would make it so characters that don't have projectiles have access to projectiles, which would probably be a big deal. But here we go. Diddy Kong into Sonic. Sonic having to get rid of 1 stock.
Looks like we're.
Did it very fast there.
I know
the down
they
air.
said they weren't gonna make another Mario and Sonic Winter Olympic, or not Winter Olympics,
Games.
just Olympics games.
Really.
But I feel like this counts.
It counts. When I was younger, I found the DS version of that game on the floor of a bus, and the bus driver told me to keep it.
Huh.
That was my introduction to Mario and Sonic at the Olympic Games. I think it was the winter one. It might have been Vancouver.
Mine
no.
was also Vancouver through the Wii instead.
It might have been Paris. Winter.
Man, that
The DS one. I don't remember which
feel
one
like,
the DS was.
I don't remember Winter Olympics ever being in Paris. Must have been a long time ago.
I'm not sure what it was. I'll have to look it up later. That'll be that stock. Whoa, we're talking about Mario and Sonic at the Olympic Games the whole time, but it was relevant because there is a Sonic on the screen.
Yep.
I'm curious to see the interaction of Sonic in his ball flying towards Diddy Kong. If he gets hit by the banana, does it interrupt him or not?
That is an interesting concept, since Sonic technically, at least canonically, I feel, is immortal while in that mode.
Is he?
Or like invulnerable. I think like some version of him
Oh, he is a hedgehog.
pretty much is invulnerable when he's in that spin ball thing.
The banana does hit there. I don't know
But
if
it
he was
didn't
in the
stun.
ball. It just interrupted him. Recovery is successful. So is Sonic's.
So close to not being successful.
It's a scary recovery at times. Spring is still on the ground there, waiting ominously.
That spring, it is the thing of nightmares.
Back throw does not
Oh,
finish it off.
oh,
That does finish it off. At least that stock. 83%. This is still somewhat close game. Diddy might have a
Still
bit of
doable.
trouble finishing off at this percent, but he's able to get it a little bit higher. It becomes a lot easier. At 100%, getting close to that kill percentage.
Having a hard time doing some monkey business here.
Yeah, it's just
Dodging his attacks pretty well, though.
difficult to catch Sonic.
Oh, not anymore. I mean, Sonic is the fastest character in the game. He's the only character that can run away from everyone.
He's able to just go in and out, and that recovery will not happen. That'll be that, the bane of the Sonic. Still got one more player on Wartburg's side, correct?
Yep,
One
we
more
got
player.
Wolf.
Got Wolf left to go against the Sonic. Has to get 2 stocks and then 6 more after that
Just gotta
to keep in
worry
the
about
season.
his quills there.
Yeah, just stay in this season. Well, not stay in the season, but win the last game of the season. They've got to get quite a few stocks here. It's definitely doable, and got to then taking it to game 3.
But they still have one character that we have not seen yet.
It's true. I can guarantee you something we will see this game is a shield from Wolf going back and forth. It's a classic. We might even see a music change. Maybe not. Maybe we're not going to see a music change. And then after the shield is dropped at the start, there will be a howl. I'd be willing to put money on it. But there's no point in betting against it because it will happen. It's a guarantee.
It is inevitable.
Still have 2 stocks on the Sonic. We're hovering Hollow Bastion.
Maybe Hollow Bastion again, I think we were on before.
Yeah. Believe so. WarioWare. Oh,
Did we handshake?
we're just looking at
or
the
are we just
music.
looking at the music?
We're just thinking about the music right now. This is in my dreams. This is in my nightmares, this music.
Nightmares and dreams?
The amount of, yeah,
It's
depends
just
on if
your
I'm winning or
background
not.
music.
Are we actually on WarioWare?
We can't be.
It's possible that they did Gentlemen's to a WarioWare match. It looks like we,
We
actually
are.
did Gentlemen's to a WarioWare match.
I don't know if this would do any favors for Wartburg here. Because the only reason why WarioWare isn't usually picked map is because those sides are a lot skinnier than a lot of other maps.
It's not standard WarioWare, but it is still WarioWare. The Ashley song, of course.
Wolf not able to get a scratch on the Sonic so far other than that. Oh, there we go. Spoke too soon.
Projectile goes a bit wide. That's what we've been talking about. Sonic is just able to get in, get out. It's difficult for
Just able to circle that opponent.
for
Literally run
Wolf to get
circles.
attacks. And go just in and out and in and out.
For a second there, I was hoping that his recovery would not work there.
Maybe a little bit closer than other ones. It's getting the off stage, not even going for the ledge guard, just throwing out a little bit of a smash attack in center stage almost. Able to
Man,
recover that. Yeah, it's a
That
good, I mean, it's a
recovery
good
is
recovery.
insane.
It's fast and the spring is physical and
Oh, there we
Hit.
go.
well, it's a intense stock here.
It
Both
is
very high
very-
percent, and Sonic's able to get it off. I mean, that's the
Maybe we
combo
can
he's
trade?
doing. He's getting them up in the air and then hitting them with the up air, and it's a lot of times it's been enough. If it's not enough, it leads to a combo that gets it to the point where it is enough. Able to recover that. That was a closer one.
Oh, there we go. Getting this Sonic down to 1. Maybe
One
we'll be able
stock
to see
left
the
for
third
both.
player.
We will see it. This is still very doable. Very possible. It's always possible as long as Wolf is alive for there to be a comeback and
Crick
get all
getting
the rest
stuck
of
on
the
those
stocks.
quills a bit. Man, so much action.
Yeah, I mean it's
It's a real
fast-moving characters.
Oh,
Able to stop that recovery, but
Sonic still able
ends
to
up
get back
still
on.
getting back. Spot dodge to avoid the ball form. Able to stop the projectile there. I think that's one of the first times we've seen that come out. It's been too fast before to get stopped like that, and there's that same combo.
Crick nearly hitting him on that
Both
side heavy
pretty
attack.
high percent. Crick definitely in danger here at this percentage.
But so is Sonic.
We'll recover that. Very good recovery. Getting back on stage.
Sonic is a very light character, so
Just not quite enough.
that
Still
that
able to-
recovery was gonna do it.
Has magnets in their hands and grips onto the stage from a mile away.
Hey, there we
That
go.
does that. See, that's exactly what we're talking about. As long as Wolf is still alive, it's always possible. He takes that last stock and now is able to hold on, is clinging on, has a chance to take it all the way.
Hopefully.
Has 2 more players to get through.
Still that Zelda though. That
Zelda's
Zelda
still
was
out there.
brutal.
And I suppose I don't know how many players UNI has and how many you can have rostered, but
4 is the total that they can have.
Are you able
at
to
least
sub?
in a round?
oh, I see.
They can sub in.
So I suppose they could have subbed in. They might not even have Zelda.
I mean, they've got enough for both varsity and junior varsity teams, so maybe they only have 8 players total.
Maybe. I do like to believe that WarioWare was the difference maker there. It's it's a comfort place for Crick. It's a place that he spent a lot of time and felt at peace and could get into his flow state and be able to take that.
WarioWare is just a Wartburg special.
It is.
Maybe it's because it's the WW.
I've never actually thought about it like that. That is a good point. Maybe that's what attracts us all to it.
It's not a castle that we're good at. No,
No.
it's WarioWare.
We don't have much of a castle here in Iowa. We've
I
got the
mean-
chapels kind of castle-y.
Yeah, technically we are inspired by the famous castle.
In Eisenach.
Yep.
Sister
Sister School or Sister City?
Sister City, yeah.
Yeah.
We don't have a sister school. What's interesting is I think that there's 2 Augustana colleges in the Midwest and they're both like the Norse or Viking related
That's
things,
unfortunate.
but they are completely unrelated. They're not even sister campuses. Like
Huh.
and they're like the same colors. It's like the same blue and yellow, but they're not related. They're just separate things. And apparently there's mix-ups with it because one school will get contacted instead of the other one. And
Well, let's hope they're not both in any Smash Bros. Tournaments.
yeah, that could get confusing. I think that, well, one of them is in Illinois, just across the border in Moline.
Just across
Illinois.
the creek, as you'd say.
It's just across the creek. And then the other one I think is in Minnesota, which I feel like makes sense. I feel like there's a lot of Vikings, Norse stuff in Minnesota, including, the Vikings.
Aren't the Vikings in Minnesota?
Yep. Ganondorf, not something that you
Ganondorf.
see very often. Very heavy.
Very heavy and very heavy hitting.
Not a very good recovery. I guess we'll see if that matters.
Not the worst recovery, I'd say.
What would you
but
consider the
certain-
worst recovery?
Little Mac,
Little Mac.
by far. I feel like Ganondorf has a bit of a longer recovery than Little Mac, but maybe that's just me. Doing some Warlock kicks and a Warlock swing.
That'll take that.
Bada, swing.
It was a lot of percentage, really fast, and is able to take the stock.
I mean, that is the advantage of Ganondorf. It's just
Mm-hmm.
a lot of fast, heavy damage.
Mm-hmm. True. That
That was
does
unfortunate.
that. Yeah. a good game, not even despite the loss. I'm sure our players are disappointed, but they did have a good season. They have learned a lot.
Oh yeah,
Smash is still only 2 years old, and this is a young team too. I mean, 3 freshmen and a junior. They've got a lot of time to play with each other.
Oh yeah, and
they've got a
they've
lot
gone
of
up
time.
against a lot of difficult opponents.
Yeah, they have. I mean, especially like we just saw, you and I, they're a very good team, and they're able to play well and take a lot of stocks, and that's just how it lands sometimes. And
Yeah, I mean, it's a roll of the dice. Sometimes you win, sometimes you lose.
Yeah.
But all in all, it was a pretty good game. Having seen some of those matches, especially in the second round.
Yeah, and it's a fun team to watch. They've definitely improved a lot over the course of this season, and there's still JV playing. I guess I don't know if their game has ended yet, but
I suppose our social media expert will let us all know about that on our Facebook page.
yes, our Facebook page.
I'm not sure about the Instagram one. I think just the Facebook page, as far as I've seen,
And
post
X.
victory and loss.
I believe we do have tweets go out on or not tweets, sorry, Zeets go out on X that say whether or not it was a win or a loss. But
So make sure to follow Wartburg Esports on
Instagram, TikTok, Facebook,
YouTube.
Twitch.
Anything that's a social media.
Yeah, basically
just
anything
look
that you
up
can think of.
Wartburg Esports.
Oh, did I say X already? X. If I didn't say it, if I said it
I think
already,
it's
then I'll
inferred now.
just say it again.
But
yeah.
yeah, so we will see about the JV team, and they will be facing you and I regardless Thursday. So I'm sure we'll post that
Yep.
victory or loss.
And if they make it to playoffs, we'll be streaming that next week as well.
Yes, and then I believe Wednesday and Thursday we have Rocket League. No, yes, confirmation from Coach. Just Thursday. It's all on Facebook.
Yeah.
But we have our Rocket League players playing Thursday. That's confirmed. And yeah, we'll be back next week for another round of MVEC. Are we starting that back up? Yep.
More MVEC next week.
MVEC likely Monday at 7 o'clock. But for the last time for NECC, I'm Ethan Lambert.
I'm Harrison Brown.
And we'll see you next week.